you have now tuned in to my Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Also, be sure to share this video wherever you like to share videos, and be sure to give it that good old bam, bam up. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize I had this crap on my hands. I was doing a makeup look earlier. I don't have the same lipstick, but I was doing swatches to see how I wanted to make it look. So this is part of the look, but not the whole entire look. It's like pretty different. Alright, so in order to see that, which will be coming up soon, be sure to check out my other channel, which is Samore Love TV without the real, and you'll be able to see inspired looks as well as my love and hip hop, whatever series it is for New York, Hollywood, all of them is going to be on that channel. So be sure to check it out. The reunion is coming up tomorrow, so it will be on there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this recap. So we start off with Cynthia. She was talking about, well, to her daughter and about her daughter, where she's like, you know, these kids are growing up so fast. Now she has to worry about the boobs and all these other things. And her daughter looks so grown with little heels on. She got her makeup done, hair done, moving and shaking, going with the wind. I'm like, whoa. Should I be relieved that I don't have a little girl in my life right now? Because, dang, they grow up so fast. It was just like just the other day, she was giving her mother that hug and saying, Peter's already family. It's just the paper that's making him official, you know? The kids. So yeah, she's doing the whole homecoming thing, and Kenya's there. Kenya's like, you know what? I'm gonna help her out a little something because I can. So that's exactly what she does. She shows her how to walk with confidence and grace, with your head held high, but not too confident to the point where you look like you're conceited. No, we don't want to get it confused. And her mama's like, you know, she may be able to teach her how to walk, how to do the whole confidence thing, but I can teach her how to walk. Okay. Phaedra, she wants to inspire young boys and men to become better versions of themselves, especially minority guys, the brothers, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a great idea, because a lot of times young men, they don't have a good father figure in their life, or they may not have somebody that's really good to look up to, who's doing all the right things. So doing things like this, especially if it was like hopefully like a monthly thing or bi-monthly or something like that, as opposed to an annual thing, it would be excellent. And I'm pretty sure she can write it off on her taxes, you know, with all that food that she's giving them and stuff like that. So it will all be a win-win. You can help people in the community, can write it off on your taxes, and you're doing something good, you know, at the end of the day. So that's exactly what she plans to do. She calls some of the big wigs that she knows, like her friends, as well as somebody from the White House who would be able to kind of assist her with all that, as well as I've seen some other people, like one of the husbands from Married to Medicine was there, and Judge Mathis was there, as well as some other notable people. Kandi and her husband, they go for a romantic night out, and it's like date night. Yes, he was looking super fine. I'm sorry, but I was like, ooh, Mr. Todd, is that you? He had like this nice little cut. It looked like he blackened up his hair. Like he put some type of dye or some spray or something up in his hair to make it look a little darker. But, you know, that don't even matter. He was looking fly, she was looking sexy, and they were like a nice little pair. And it was like, he said that it's about to be their 1 year anniversary, or one of them mentioned it. I don't remember which one of them mentioned it, but she was like, I didn't even think about that, because it don't even seem like we're going to make it that far. And I'm like, girl, you have all this negative thinking? Come on, what you doing? You're supposed to think positive thoughts. If you think negative, you're going to bring negativity into your life. He says something about a baby if she's ovulating, because he's like, well, the best way to fix this is to spice things up. Let's do it. And he's like, are you ovulating? She's like, no, not right now. I'm about to get my period soon. And he's just like, we always seem to miss it. But then he flips it around when she's like, well, do you even still want to have a baby? And then he's just like, well, you know, I'm about to, my show got the green light for another series or season, and I'm going to be gone for like a month and a half. And I don't know if it would be a good idea. Like in the commentary, he's like, he doesn't know if it will really be a good idea right now because his career is booming and he's still trying to figure out this whole thing with the in-law, with Mama Cray J, and stuff like that. But I'm saying, how you gonna ask? You gonna put it out there, and then when she actually responds and says something, it's like, no, not really. But you just, so what if she would have said she was ovulating? Would you have been like, all right, let's go ahead and do the do? Like, it was just like, it seemed like he was playing with her for a minute there, you know? That kind of crushed me just a little bit. And she's like, you know, it's weird for him to kind of feel this way right now when they're about to go to a fertility doctor tomorrow, which is like the next day. So she's like, she doesn't really want them, because he was saying something about the whole month and a half thing. She's like, she doesn't really want to be away from him for that long of a time. And he says that for like, she doesn't want to be away for more than 2 weeks. And he says, well, perhaps she can come to LA. And her whole thing was just like, oh, you know, I have a daughter. I can't just get up and leave just like that. And he's like, okay, but if it was for a movie or something big, you would have done it. Which makes a lot of sense. Like, I gotta give my hat off and give Mr. Todd a round of applause because he actually was making some sense, because at the end of the day, if it wasn't she just on tour with her play that's going to be canceled? She was on tour with them though. She didn't think about, oh, I have a daughter to stay here with. When she has music performances, when she was performing, she had to do what she had to do. So you're going to get somebody, you know, to take care of your child, or you're going to take her with you if you need to. But you got to do what you got to do if you really are committed to saving your marriage and getting it to a better place. I mean, because time doesn't make things... Time could definitely make you forget about somebody. And it could make somebody move in there. And then you just going to be like... But what happened? I did everything I could. No, boo-boo, you ain't do everything you could. You ain't hardly do nothing. You sat at home and then you complained, and he gave you a way to try to make things right, but you didn't want to do that way. So you can't be mad, honey. So I think that she should definitely consider what it is that he's saying and try to, you know, do something where she can fly out there at least for a couple of days every 2 weeks or something like that, since she doesn't want him to be away from her for more than 2 weeks. So now Cynthia, Cynthia and Peter, they were talking about like her booty and stuff like that, and how if she was shorter, it would have just looked just like Kandi and Phaedra's. I'm like, oh Lordy. I mean, we know she got a big butt. Okay, you know? Then he is helping her with her Jamaican accent, because she's doing that hairdresser role for Kenya's performance for her show or whatever she's doing. Was it a movie or a show or a Broadway play? I think it's a play or is it a movie? I don't think it's a movie though. I don't think. Anyways, so he's helping her out with her accent, and let me tell you, it just sounds so phony. It's like the certain words that she was saying, it sound like Southern, you know? It doesn't sound like it was Jamaican, you know? And I'm just sitting here like, girl, you need some practice. It was just like, no, because you guys know I'm from the Caribbean, so my family, even though I'm like Yankee as far as my accent is concerned, with them, they're like pure West Indian, pure Montserratian, pure Antiguan, pure, from St. Thomas, Tomanians, or I don't even know what the hell they call, but they live in St. Thomas. So they have all these accents that are super duper strong, and just to hear her, and plus like Jamaicans, they drop their H's. I didn't hear her drop her H or things like that, and I'm just like, girl, practice please. Unless it's supposed to be a comedy, then okay, I get it. Yeah, but when she was practicing with Kenya, when Kenya was like, she see that she's been probably practicing with Peter, because you know Peter's Jamaican, but yeah, it still didn't sound perfect. But I guess she's not looking for perfection. She's just looking for her to kind of catch the line. You know what I'm saying? So Phaedra, she's doing her rally thing, and it's going well so far. She has the ladies in the kitchen fixing up the plates. And Claudia made me so upset. Like, she got under my skin. And I'm not even like a Nene fan. I don't root for Nene. But if Nene's right, I'm gonna say she's right. Okay, I'm the person that goes for the person that I feel is right. And Nene's there, she's helping out, and Claudia totally comes for her. Like, super coming. Super coming. I don't know what I be talking about sometimes, you guys. But yeah, she just comes for her. And she's just like, first she talks about the whole doctor thing and how she left. And I'm like, first of all, why are you talking about that right now? It is not neither the time nor the place to start this crap. And that's something that's in the past. You guys supposed to be have moved forward in all these things. And you asking her about what you thought about the video. She's like, well, I felt like it was phony. And I feel like she's granted and warranted to feel that, especially at this moment. You coming at her like that, that means you didn't do that out of your goodness of your heart. You didn't do that because you felt like you were genuinely wrong. You just did that because you kind of want her to come back, or you want her to shut up or calm down. That's the only reason why you did the video in the first place. Let's make that point. So she speaks her mind. Like, don't ask questions that you really don't want to know the answers to, or you're gonna get upset about it. So why ask it? You know, and then she starts coming at her, asking her other questions. And I'm just looking like, seriously though? And then she's making Nene get loud. They're both getting loud. And the people outside can hear. And I'm like, yo, this is something that's supposed to be positive, to show how to empower these guys and show them to be good husbands, good fathers, good men in general, and just to advance in life. And to see women of color acting ratchet and crazy, it's like, ew, like, maybe I should get a white woman. You know, things like that, because you're not representing yourself well. And I just feel like Claudia was doing this because she wanted her to kind of get riled up. She wanted her to get crazy on her. I feel like without her, she has nothing to feed off of. She wants to show that drama because she knows drama sells. Drama gets you popular up in these things. And it's kind of like Nene had said, she wants her to dim her light so she can kind of shine bright. But she wasn't finna do that. No. I got that from my son-in-laws. She wasn't finna do that. No. What she did, she excused herself, took off her little apron, and she did her little sashay away to her car, honey. That was waiting for her. Yes, and her husband was right there as well. And she tells Phaedra, like, I'm not going to do this. I know what they're trying to do, and I'm not going to do that. I'll rather leave. And she did. I feel like she did the right thing. You know, last time I didn't feel like she really should have left. But this time, it wasn't the right opportunity, the right moment, anything. It was just stupid, and yeah, it was just ridiculous. Alright guys, that was pretty much the highlights of the episode. Let me know what you guys think about that episode down below. Do you think that Nene was right? She was wrong? Do you think she should have stayed and continued to bicker and fuss and fight? Or do you think that she did the right thing by leaving and going back to her car and going to rehearse her lines for her Broadway play? Darling. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I will see you in the next one. Later.